Warning. The following content may contain some foul language and is intended for an adult audience. None of the claims made in this program are made to reflect the opinions of medical professionals. Jarvis Leatherby is not a physician, nutritionist, licensed psychologist, or anything similar. He is, in fact, a high school dropout and a heavy metal musician. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Metal Monday Motivational. This is the weekly video series with the sole mission to uplift and motivate my heavy metal brothers and sisters all over the world and all over the universe for that matter, especially for this episode. Guys, we're going to talk about meditation today. This is step 6 of my morning routine, also known as the Iron 8. I'm going to tell you what it's about. I'm going to tell you basically how to do it, the benefits of it, and why we all need to be doing this. So here we go. Meditation. Okay, so what is meditation? In its simplest form, meditation is just a practice of mindfulness. It's a way for our inner self to get in touch with itself in a way. It's strange how disconnected we can become, not only with the rest of the world and other people, but with ourselves, and how we deny ourselves our true intentions in life, the things that we want to do, and our purpose, the things that we are meant here to do. Meditation will help you get on that path, and it'll help you get there very quickly. So if you're not doing this, you're fucking yourself. And I hate to be so blunt about it, but it's true. You're totally fucking yourself. And I don't want any of my friends watching these videos to be fucking themselves. I want them to go out into the world. I want you guys to go out into the world and fuck some shit up. That's why we're here. We're all here for a purpose. Every human being is different. There's 7.7 billion people on this planet. We all have a different purpose. So before I get into this stuff, meditation has been talked about a lot in the mainstream in the past couple decades. However, it still has a stigma of being this kind of hippy-dippy bullshit, kind of ridiculousness thing. But in reality, it's quite the opposite. And, most of the people in this world that are high-level achievers in anything, I'm not just talking about rich people that make money, but them too. And, we like money. Money gives you choices. Money gives you freedom. There's nothing wrong with having money. These people practice meditation. It's widely known. Some of the greatest people that have ever lived practice meditation, and which was known to be witchcraft at a certain point back then. Even back to the Salem witches, and centuries prior. I digress. This meditation in its true form, I think, has been kept a secret for a long time because it does harness so much power. And I think it's two-sided. I think it's been kept a secret because people that have seen its power and have been able to use it might be selfish about sharing that, which defeats the purpose of the whole thing. But this does happen, and power does influence people and change them, and it can corrupt them in a way. However, most people that practice mindfulness meditation don't feel this way. So I wouldn't be apprehensive or afraid of trying this because you think you're going to turn into some evil tyrant. You're not. Don't worry. Well, I hope not. But the other side of maybe why it's been a secret or not talked about so much is because it just sounds so crazy sometimes to think about. It's a really hard thing to believe that somebody can just sit there in silence and manifest their wildest dreams and see the path to their destiny and go and fulfill that. I personally believe that there is enough of everything in this universe to go around for every single individual human being living on this planet and beyond. So it would be a tragedy for me to not share this wisdom with all of you for something that's worked so great for me, because there is no competition between us, okay? There's no competition at all. The competition and the battle that we fight is always with ourselves. You have to compete against yourself. That's just the rule. That's how we got to do it. We don't need to compete against anybody else. Feelings of insecurity and jealousy stem from the need to compete. We don't need to do that. We don't need to have those feelings. We can wish each other well. We can encourage each other. Everybody has their own path. Even if you think you're on the same path as somebody else, there's still a difference. There was Edison and there was Tesla. There is enough in this world to go around for all of us. There is a huge abundance. I need to stress that again. So let's get into a few methods. I'm not going to talk about all of them. There's 6 big methods of meditation out there. I guess commercialized methods, you could say, or widely spread. I hate to use the word commercialism with meditation, because really anybody who's practicing it and anybody who has been in that world and is serious about it, the commercialism and mainstream culture has nothing to do with that. But it has gotten widely popular, and that's a great thing. That means more people are doing this, and if we can all see more and more people doing it, then we know that there's something to it. So let's get into a few things here. So the first method I want to talk about is just what I mentioned before. It's just mindfulness. And this method of meditation is a great way to start off. It's especially as a beginner, and it's in its most easiest form, okay? So I'll just quickly demonstrate and go through what the process is. So as you can see, I'm sitting here cross-legged. Well, I'm trying to, but the yoga's helping with that. I'm getting there. What you want to do is you want to be in a comfortable position. Some people do it lying down. I would recommend a seated position, because you don't want to get into a place where you're falling asleep or anything like that. So cross-legged is a great way to do it. You always want to have your back up straight. You want to have your air passages clear, because this is pretty much centered around breathing. So what you want to do is you just want to simply close your eyes, gently close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. This can be 4 count, 4 counts in, 4 count hold, 4 counts out. There's something known as square breathing. There's all kinds of different breathing techniques, but what you want to do is you just want to be relaxed. That's the whole point. You want to be relaxed and you want to be centered. So with mindfulness meditation, a good way to start is to just concentrate on your breathing. That's all you have to do. You're going to have other thoughts that are going to come into your head. Okay, again, this is a practice. Just like doctors. You know how doctors are practicing medicine? Because they don't have the answers. Even though they're experts, they're really not. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns there. So it's the same as meditation. It's a practice. And as I always say, don't forget to suck ass at something when you start. That's just anything. When I started playing music, I was terrible. Everybody thinks I have this natural musical talent. I don't. Meditation helped me a lot with my patience with music and seeing where I wanted to be with it. Anyway, back to this. So in a mindfulness meditation, we're going to close our eyes. It does benefit to slightly point your eyes up and just cross them slightly and point them up to right here, the pineal gland, right here. We talk about the third eye, things like this. I really am not going to get into all the metaphysical things about it, because I want you guys to really try this, and I want you to believe this. Science alone has proved a lot. So I'm going to leave the metaphysical side out of it, even though it's something that I firmly believe in. It's not for everyone, and it's a lot to take in at once. So let's get back to the mindfulness meditation. Uh, you want to slightly cross your eyes and point them up here to the pineal gland. You don't want to strain your eyes at all. You just want to gently, just generally kind of generally cross them and look up. Not where you're straining it, not where you're putting any stress on it at all. Do that breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just focus on your breath. Listen to the air, feel the air coming in through your nostrils, holding in your lungs full, and then slowly and gently out of your mouth. You want it to be a fluid motion. And just focus on your breath, and that's all you have to do. When your mind wanders, which it will, my mind wanders constantly when I'm doing this stuff. It's a lifelong practice, and still, there are so many distractions in the world today that, I mean, we're living in some crazy times. Technology is awesome, but we need to get back to who we are and to ground ourselves again. So doing this every day is going to help you do that. So that's the basics of mindfulness meditation. Anytime you think about something, just come back and focus to the breath. It'll happen multiple times, and just keep doing that. And I mean, if you could do that for 10 minutes every morning, it's awesome. I like to combine it with the Wim Hof breathing, which we covered in last week's episode, which is step 5 of the Iron 8. And, you know, the Wim Hof breathing is great because you get those breaks where you're holding your breath. And I always do it with my eyes closed. So it's kind of a precursor to the meditation. It already gets my blood flowing in the right way. It gets my breathing going. My lungs are already expanded. I've already had some kind of mindfulness with the breath holds in that. But go check out that video. That was step 5 of the Iron 8. The next thing I want to talk about is I want to give a shout out to Vishen Lakhiani. He runs a company called Mind Valley. They have a great app. They have an awesome website. And basically what Mind Valley is he's got the best scientists, researchers, doctors, fitness instructors, all these people on the Mind Valley team, and they just get together. The whole thing is science-based. That's why I love this place, because they go out and actually they prove things scientifically with studies and just their own research that they do, and they have experts that are working in this field. So specifically with the meditation, Vishen created something called the 6-phase meditation, and it's a guided meditation that I think, you know, there's tons of free videos on YouTube, but I do recommend going to check out the Mind Valley app. But the 6-phase meditation is really cool, and it's something that I did for a really long time because it covers 6 areas. It covers connection, gratitude, forgiveness, mindfulness, daily intention, and a blessing to end it. So he guides you through this. This is about 20 minutes. The cool thing about this is again, this is why this company is awesome. They're a science-based company. So what they're always going to try and do is they're going to take all of the methods that work and they're going to combine them into the most condensed, shortest form version that you're going to get the most out of. So, I mean, these guys are way big on time management, and you know, time's always a big thing for all of us, right? So, but I would highly recommend checking that out too. If you get comfortable with mindfulness meditation, that's definitely a great next step. I'll put a link to that in the description here in this video. Also, Headspace is a really great app, perfect for beginners. I mean, they walk you through this thing. There's so many different programs and different instructors on there. I'll recommend that too. I'll put that in the notes. The third one I want to talk about is probably what's known to be the most effective version, and that is transcendental meditation. Transcendental meditation was created by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and he was a guy that was around in the 50s and kind of popularized it in India. However, he does not take credit for inventing it, and I give him credit for that, and as it is an ancient form of meditation. And in transcendental meditation, it's much less about the breathing. It actually has nothing to do with the breathing. It's all about a mantra. It's about focusing on one sole mantra, So you may you may want to manifest peace in your life. And so you would come up with the mantra of peace and a sentence about having a peaceful life. And as you're meditating, you focus solely on that. When your mind wanders, you do not come back to the breath, you come right back to the mantra. I will say this about transcendental meditation. There's many people out there that think that they do this and think that they can do this. However, if you have not been trained by a licensed transcendental meditation teacher or coach, then you're not doing it. The most successful people that have tried this will tell you this. They will definitely tell you this. You have to be trained by somebody. There's tons of resources for this on the internet, and they have facilities all over the world. So it is awesome. It can be done. And I guarantee you, somewhere in your town or near your town, there is somebody licensed to do this. And in about 4 or 5 days, people come out of this thing and they are ready to fucking rock. So I would highly recommend that. The fourth and last one I want to talk about is just a visualization meditation. And I've done this more than anything, where I actually visualize the things that I want in my life. I like to use a technique called the movie theater technique. And it's basically like, imagine sitting in a movie theater and you have your eyes closed and you just imagine that old school countdown timer on the screen that comes up. You know, counts down from 10, has the wheel that goes around 9, 8, 7. You close your eyes, you do the movie theater technique. You have that counter, you see it. You can close your eyes, but you can see it. We've all seen it, so we know what it looks like. And then I like to imagine my life or things in a cinematic view, like I'm watching a movie or I'm watching a film of my life or the things that I want to create or the things that I want to do for somebody else. I can see it in a movie, like a very cinematic way. And it's very, very visceral when you can do something like this. So I highly recommend that. And like, look, let's just talk about some of the basic benefits of it. Okay. It's been proven to decrease stress and anxiety. We talk about this a lot on this show, and especially in these times, this is essential for people. Stress and anxiety. We need to get rid of these things. Depression, sleep, all of these things, meditation can definitely help with. They can help a lot. Anger issues, just general patience, just having general patience for everything in life. Like I said before, there are so many distractions. My mind's wandering even doing this video, just looking around this room at all the shit that I have to do. You know, it's like, we need to just chill out, guys. We really need to chill out. And let me just, in closing, I'll say, meditation should not, there's a fine line between being selfish and really just being okay. And we want to be more than okay, but sometimes we're less than okay, and we want we want to override it. We want all these other things, and we want all of these things to ourselves. And what we sometimes don't realize is that the people that are around us are the people that make up the fabric of our lives. And when they're happy, we're generally happy too. And to give feels good. So meditation is a great way to be grateful for things. And it's a good way to just chill out and just think about all the awesome, wonderful people around you and the positive things about them. And you'll start to notice that when you surround yourself with them, that you're focusing on these things and you're starting to enjoy people a lot more. So that's something, especially if you have people that get under your skin a lot, it's really good to practice it and to wish them well and really just focus on the good traits that they have, because we all have, we're humans, we're flawed, we're imperfect, but we all have greatness within us. um, and yeah, one more thing. A lot of times people meditate or they pray because they want answers. And I'm like that too. I'm very curious and I'm always looking for answers. I'm a truth seeker for sure. And I'm constantly seeking my own truth. And so when you're meditating and you're talking to the higher power, whether that's God or the universe or this fucking light here, I mean, whatever, it's not about, a lot of people, they need to know how something's going to happen. And in life, we just don't know how something's going to happen. That's what creates fear and anxiety, the unknown. And just like I said in our journaling episode, when we have a goal or a mission, the roadmap unfolds before us. But we need to know specifically what it is that we want. And when meditating, instead of asking how is this going to happen? How can I acquire this? How can I get this? How can I do this? How can I create this? I like to ask the question, why? Why? You may ask, why am I a great father? Not a good father, a great father. Why am I fulfilled in my career? Why is my significant other head over heels in love with me? Why am I a patient man? These things I find have much more impact in my life when I ask these questions. When I just ask the universe why, over and over again, why? And then I let it go. I have no attachment to it and I let it go. And then something will happen in my life. A decision will need to be made. I come to those crossroads. It's a stressful time. Maybe there's crisis. And then it pops into my head. Why? That answer comes right away. Why? Oh, why am I this? This is why I'm this. Why is that person head over heels in love with me? Because this is the kind of person I am, and this is what I'm going to do to be the best person for them. Why am I a great father? I mean, I don't know. Something may come up where it's like, hey, your buddies invite you to go to the football game or something, or go to happy hour at the bar, and your kid wants to play ball. It could be something as simple as that. But when you ask the questions why, you always get the answers. And they come to you like a fucking bolt of lightning. So there's a lot of other stuff we can talk about. There's a lot of other science behind this. There's so much information out there. Again, I'm going to put links to the bio to everything that I talked about in this episode. So thank you guys so much. I do want to say one more thing scientifically. In the brain, there's two hemispheres, okay? There's the left side that has to do with mathematics and logic, things like this, and then the right side, which is our creativity, okay? And when we meditate, your brain matter actually changes over time. The research has proven this. But when these two sides speak to each other, you better look the fuck out, because you're going to start creating some amazing shit. And I know you guys are going to be doing this, okay? So look, you want to be doing this at least once a day. I would do it twice a day if I were you, for 15 to 20 minutes, okay? Check out the links. The research is there. Thank you guys so much. If you want to support this show, you can donate at paypal.me/Metal Monday, We're here to change 1,000,000 lives. We think we could do this 1 week at a time. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Leave whatever you want in the comments. I love the feedback, and we'll see you next week. Namaste, bitches.